Hello and Assalamu alaikum. This is Ali Abbas, and I'm here for presenting recurring decimals as a fraction. This is our topic for today. Kindly do subscribe my channel and share as well. And don't forget to press the bell icon for having further videos. So today my topic is recurring decimals and how to express them as a fraction, a single fraction in its simplest form. For understanding this, we need to understand the concept of recurring decimals. And the other thing I wanted to explain that what are recurring decimals? Recurring decimals are the decimals that are having some kind of repetition, having some kind of order of numbers that goes on, and it is not terminating at any point. Actually, recurring decimals are basically type of rational numbers. Okay, rational numbers. What are rational numbers? Rational numbers are the numbers that can be expressed in the form of P by Q. That can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where Q must not be equals to 0. Okay, fine. This means that rational numbers are having one of the type that is recurring decimals. Okay, so in this video, I'm having some past paper questions that are related to recurring decimals and how to express them as a single fraction. Actually, there are three types of questions that usually come in the past papers from IGCSE and as well as O level. So I'm going quickly to my topic and explaining each and every type. So coming up to the first type is write down, first question is write down the recurring decimal 0.7. There is a dot on 7 and as a fraction. What does this mean? This means that 0.7 is actually 7 is repeating itself to infinite time. There is no end of it. Means it is non-terminating plus it is recurring. So the very first step in solving these type of questions is we have to suppose that that number, that decimal as some kind of variable. Let x equals to 0.777 and 7. I have written it 4 times. Okay, what is the next step? We have to look at the question. How many digits are repeating? So only 7 is repeating itself. So this means that only one digit is repeating. So the thing which we have supposed is being multiplied on both sides by 10. If one number is repeating, this means that we have to multiply it with 10. So I'm quickly multiplying it with 10 on both sides. So it will give you 10x equals to 10 times 0.7, 7, 7, and 7, and so on. So next thing we have to remember, we have to look at it, what is actually being happening in the next steps. So 10x equals to, it must be written as 7 point. If you multiply it, it gives you 7.77 and 7. I have written it 4 times. We need to just remember this thing. Why I have written 4 times? Actually, we have to follow the same number of digits in which we have supposed our first, you can say, number as x. Okay, there are 4 digits in the very first step. So we need to follow the same number of digits after multiplying with it with 10. Okay, so after this, we have to subtract the first equation. This is first equation. We have to subtract the first equation from the second, which is being formed by multiplying it with 10. So I have to subtract left hand side with left hand side and right hand side with right hand side. So 10x minus x will be equals to 7.777 and then dot dot dot, and then minus, what is the right hand side of the first step? That is, first equation is 0.7777. So if we have written down the same number of digits after that decimal point, that will give us the correct answer. Otherwise, we will be having some kind of problem, and our answers may not be having may not be correct. So 10x minus x will give you 9x equals to 7.777. After that decimal point, all of the digits are 7, and after you can say decimal point in the second term, we can also see there are 4 terms, and after that it is repeating itself. So this means that there will be nothing, means 0 will be the answer after that decimal point. But before the decimal point, we have to subtract 7 minus 0 is just 7. So actually, we are getting answer without any decimal point here. So in the next step, it is quite easy that we have to simply divide that 9 onto the right hand side. That will give us our answer. That is x equals to 7 by 9. What is x? X was actually 0.777, means 0.7, and there is a dot, that is a recurring decimal, and it is equals to 7 by 9. You can check your answers through your calculators as well for verifying your answer, whether you have done it correctly or there is a mistake or not. Okay. So we are coming up to the second type of question. This is first type of question in which one digit is repeating. But if in the second case, we can see there are 2 digits that are repeating itself, means that 4 and 7 both are repeating. So we have to do the same step, but in this case, we have to multiply in the second step by 100, because the number of zeros that have to be put with 1 is to be having the same number of digits that are repeated itself. So we have to start. Let x equals to 0.47. How to write on it as a recurring decimal? It is 47, then again 47, then again 47, and dot dot dot. Means that 47 is repeating itself multiple times, infinite times. What is the next step? Next step is, I've already told that we have to multiply it with 100 on both sides. So we have to multiply by 100 on both sides. So 100 times 0.474747, and dot dot dot. So the same step is to be repeated, that we have to write down the same number of digits after the decimal point after being multiplied by 10. So 100x equals to, it will give you 47 before the decimal. After decimal, we have to write down 6 digits. So 47, 47, 47, and then dot dot dot. So next step is also the same. We have to subtract the first equation which we have supposed earlier by the second equation which is being formed here. So if we are going to subtract, it gives you 100x minus x on the left hand side. And what about the right hand side? Right hand side is to be written as it is, 47.474747, and then dot dot dot, and it is to be subtracted as 0.47, again 47, again 47, and then dot dot dot. So after the decimal point, the number of digits are exactly the same. So this means that there must be just 47 that is written before the decimal point is to be written as the answer of this thing. But 100 minus x is 99. So 99x will be on the left hand side, and the same step is to be followed, means we have to divide that 99 onto the other side, onto the right hand side. It gives us 47 over 99. So we can verify our answer through the calculators. We can simply easily check our answers through calculators, that whether we have found the correct answer or it is having some kind of problems. So if we can check, the answers are quite right. So coming up to the third type of question quickly. So third type of question is basically written as 0.2 and then 5 is repeating. So actually, in the past papers, the examiners have actually mentioned this as 0.2 and then 5 is repeating. They have told inside the brackets. So this means that only one digit is repeating, not two. So if one digit is repeating, we have to multiply it with the 10 like we have done in the first question. So we have to suppose as let x equals to 0.2 and then 5, 5, 5. I've repeated 5 as 4 times. We can do as much as we can. It doesn't have any impact right now, but definitely it will be having some kind of impact that we have to, you can say, write down the same number of digits when we have to multiply it with 10. After being multiplication with 10, we have to write down the same number of digits that we have written in the first step. So 10 times 0.25555 and dot dot dot. If we multiply it with 10, what's the answer? Answer is 2.5 is 1, 2, 3, another 5, and another 5. Actually, I've seen there are 5 number of digits which have written in the first step. So we have to write down 5 till 5 times actually. So then dot dot dot. So this is the first equation. We have to subtract first from the second equation. So what will happen in the next step? So 10x minus x is to be written on the left hand side. What is to be written on the right hand side? It is 2.555 and again 5. 5 is to be written 5 times and then dotted lines and then minus 0.2555. So what is the answer in this case? On the left hand side, 10x minus x gives you 9x. And if you subtract this thing in the calculator, write down as it is in the calculator, you will get 2.3 as the answer in this case. But you can see there is a point. We need to remove that point. Actually, okay, before doing it, I'm simply putting that 9 onto the other side. So what will we get? We will get 2.3 divided by 9, and in the next step we have to divide by 10 in the denominator. Means we have to actually multiply with 10 in the denominator. Why? Because we have to remove that decimal. There is one digit after the decimal. We have to basically multiply the denominator with 10. So it gives you 23 divided by 9 times 10. So what is actually the answer? It gives us 23 divided by 9 times 10 is 90. So this is actually our answer, and I hope so all of you have got, you can say, your answers correct, and hope so you have understood. So if you're facing any kind of problem, you can ask me anytime. And if you're facing in any of the topics that are related to O levels and IGCSE mathematics, and if you are having some problems in solving past papers, do ask in the comment box. You can ask anything in the comment box. I will look into it, and then will make my further videos related to it. Okay, and take care of yourself, and goodbye from now. Allah Hafiz.